The Voice on NBC is now in the live rounds, and we got a chance to talk to the finalists fresh off their first live performance of the season.
I chose this song because I felt like this moment was definitely an emotional release for me. I've been through a lot in the music industry, and it felt amazing to just recognize that when Billie Eilish says that she's happier than ever, she's not singing from a place of like, I'm still trapped in something I don't want to be in. I've actually overcome, and I wanted to empower anyone watching to get out of those things and be brave and make those courageous decisions.
Yeah, for me, my coach Chance actually picked my song for me, which was incredible because it's so fitting for the season that I'm in. Being newly engaged, I'm in a healthy relationship that really just ignites me to be boldly who I am, and just he really encourages me to be all that the Lord made me to be. So being able to sing a song all about love and just really getting into that zone, it was really free flowing for me tonight, and it was really just my heart song tonight. So I'm glad that my coach picked it.
I picked Traitor because I feel like being in like high school and just being like young and like kind of relatively around the same age as Olivia, she writes a lot of like relatable music and relatable lyrics that I feel like bringing onto the stage, I could really connect with America now that we're doing it live. I feel like I could really connect with something that I have experienced before, which is like heartbreak, but like with like boys that don't really know what they're doing. And I feel like that's what the song is communicating. And I just wanted to sing it to like all people, all young girls that are like my age who are going through the same thing. It was kind of just because it's like super relatable, and I thought that I could like speak to the heart through that.
Today's performance is a song by the artist Thomas Rhett, Angels Don't Always Have Wings. And I didn't know it at the time, but found out later it was actually part of a co-write with Teddy Swims and a couple other writers in Nashville. And Teddy was supposed to get the song, but then I guess they slept on it and realized that it was more, Teddy pretty much said, Thomas, this is you all day long. So Thomas and I, we're similar age, same genre. I'm thinking he's got 4 girls, I got 4 girls. But more than that, man, it just felt like the right time to strip it back, bring it to a place of a ballad, but more than just any ballad. A ballad, if I was going to do one, I wanted it to mean something.
So this song, Up to the Mountain by Patty Griffin, they asked me the first time that I ever heard it, and I actually went, I don't know. It's one of those songs that it's so familiar, it literally feels like it's been with me forever. It feels like it's existed forever. Does that make sense? It's like so familiar to me. And yet that song didn't exist until 2007. I don't know how that's even a thing, but it fits me perfectly. So my genre is Americana soul. Patty Griffin is Americana. It's a soulful country ballad. And I truly felt like it sounds like a song that I would write. It sounds like a song that would be on one of my albums. And it was a really good representation of me, because I know I don't look like a country singer, but I ride that country vein. It's very like country-ish. And I was very happy to be able to represent who I am as an artist with that specific song. It's just perfect.
I am a gospel boy at heart. Growing up in the South, in the Baptist church, I'm just used to singing those good old foot stomping songs. And so when I heard Boys to Men, I'm like, wait, I think they've come from the same church I come from, literally. And so it was, once I had the conversation with Reba on just how to connect with the song, the rhythm was easy. Once I heard the music, it took me back to this little wooden church by the railroad tracks, where we only had tambourines and a tore up drum, but we had a lot of heart. So I was excited to sing it.
Well, to get to sing Queen on national TV is an amazing honor. But a song like that, you can't improve upon Freddie Mercury. It's a high challenge, and I just felt like go big or go home, and pick something that is gonna be a challenge. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. And I also felt like now not knowing what the other 11 were going to bring, to have something with high energy, I think was a right choice as well to help stand out and bring something different, some fun.
Yeah, I mean, the song Stick Season is one of my favorite songs of all time. I think it definitely represents where I will land as an artist outside of this when I'm releasing my own music. I definitely fought for this song. I really, really wanted to do it. And it just felt like a dream, honestly. I mean, it can be a difficult song at times. It's very in the pocket rhythmically. You have to have a lot of breath support, but I think John is the perfect coach to take on a song like this.
You know what? I had a bunch of songs I really wanted to sing, and I'll never forget. I was laying in bed, and my beautiful girlfriend Emily. She looked over and she was like, "Why don't you sing that Jackie Wilson song Higher and Higher? You'd sound great on that." And I was like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I do want to sing that one." So she suggested it, and yeah, just kind of ran with it after that.
There's a memory about this song. So the first time that Danish Day came out with this song, I actually heard it I heard it in the car, and that was my first introduction to Danish Day. And so it was a memorable song for me because of like them being my coaches, but that was the first song that I was introduced to them about. So I'm super grateful for the song because they gave me, because I chose the song. So it was amazing.
So Yesterday was a song that me and my brothers used to listen to when we were younger. And we kind of had like a little family band thing going. So we just play a bunch of Beatles music. And I love singing songs that are written by amazing songwriters and tell amazing stories. And this song just felt like the natural thing to do. And I wanted to show America my heart even more and just keep showing a more tender side of myself. So I figured, what better song than Yesterday by the Beatles? And it was just a really special moment to have my parents listening to a song that they heard me and my brothers sing growing up our entire childhood. So it was amazing.
You know, I love I Hope You Dance. It's one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my whole life. It's one of my favorite songs to sing. And the reason why I think I Hope You Dance was crucial for me in this round is because this round is so important, because it's the first time that we've been on live television. And so it was very comforting to have I Hope You Dance, because I Hope You Dance has such a deep, meaningful message. And I believe that when you sing songs that have a deep, meaningful message, that it hits people's hearts. And I knew that by singing I Hope You Dance, it was a chance for me to connect to people through the television, which is something that I'm not used to because I'm used to playing clubs. So I knew that I Hope You Dance would be a good move on my part to get out there, play my guitar, and just focus on the song.
For more updated voice news and special features, follow us on all of our platforms at @buzz_access. I'm Hannah Fletcher, and you've just been buzzed.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far